This little oil painting is done on Arches oil painting paper, and I really like it. It's a paper that, as best I can determine, it's really just Arches cold pressed watercolor paper that's been impregnated with some sort of a buffering agent, which makes it supposedly impermeable to the acids that are in oil paints. So supposedly it won't damage the paper at all. And it makes oil paint act very similar to watercolor as long as you dilute it down and don't use medium but use, say, turpentine or mineral spirits and keep it real fluid. Then it'll act quite a bit like you're painting with watercolors. So it's real interesting. Um, what I was trying to do here was make a rainy, misty landscape. And I will tell you a couple of, uh, let's call them tricks if we want to, techniques to do that. Uh, is you can paint from a fully sunny daylit photograph if you want to, but you have to just remember uh, to keep your edges very soft, to keep your colors muted, um, and of course, eliminate the shadows, keep them very, very subdued. I also, and keep your palette subdued. This palette, I think, was like phthalo blue, um, dioxazine purple, permanent rose, phthalo green, some real, I mean, they're bright, intense colors as far as that goes, but they're still subdued in the sense that it's a bit of an analogous color scheme. So I was using blue, green, purple with that little bit of permanent rose thrown in just to warm it up a touch. But I tried to keep the palette very cool and very analogous and keep everything real, real simple. And again, that's the trick to painting night scenes as well. Night scenes and rainy, foggy, misty scenes is you have to keep everything soft, a bit amorphous, a bit mysterious. Uh, the colors have to be subdued. Even if you were painting a cityscape and it was raining, unless it had just stopped and now you've got all the reflections, uh, all the colors, even the bright colors, would be subdued because you've got the rain droplets between you and whatever you're painting, so you're actually seeing through those. So anytime I'm teaching, I try and convey to my students that everything that an art you see an artist do can be broken down into teachable segments. And if you're ever studying with somebody and they're trying to get all mysterious with you and they're painting a feeling or something like that, well, look down at your set of brushes, and if you don't have a brush that's feeling brush number 2 and feeling brush number 3, and if you look at your paints and you don't have, sad number 1 and uh, joyful number 4, if you don't have those pigments, then I would suggest that you probably need to study with someone else, because whether they even realize it or not, any and everything you do in painting, well, it has to be. It has to be reduced down to some sort of a technical aspect to convey your message. And if it's technical, it can be quantified, which means it can be taught. So for me, I'm not trying to take away from the mystery of painting. What I'm trying to do with my students is demystify the technique of conveying something mystical or magical, We may be conveying mysticism, we may be conveying magic, but we're not using mysticism or magic. We're using quantifiable techniques and tools to produce that. So, anytime you're listening to one of my videos, or if you're ever one of my students, that's the benefit of studying with me, is that I'm going to do my best to help you as the student understand how you can reach down into your own heart and soul, and using the concrete media that we have to help you to be able to convey those amorphous, sometimes hard to describe feelings. You know, if you're happy or sad, I mean, yeah, we have those words, but how do you convey that in a visual manner? And those things can be taught. And so with this, that was one of the things I was trying to do, was to create a mood by using specific colors, edge technique, and drawing techniques, along with other things too. But and there's a few more minutes left, but I'll let it go and put on a little bit of music and let you watch the rest of the video. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Arthropologist, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more episodes like this, think about subscribing. I'm Bill Wilson, and I'm The Arthropologist.